From a small office building in downtown Lima with nearly 24 students in 1920 to a 200-acre campus on the West End, the University of Northwestern Ohio has been pursuing its drive for excellence for 100 years. The first president and owner of what was then known as the Northwestern School of Commerce was Julius Barnett. He started a concept of no-contract education, paying only for the classes you take. It was an entrepreneurial vision that continues in the values and mission of the university today. Programs focused on business administration, accounting, and secretarial in nature and business was steady. In 1957, the school moved to the Barnett Building on North McDonald Street with about 200 students enrolled in classes. By the 1960s, key punch machines were beginning to make their way into the classrooms as new programs were focused on office automation. In 1969, the Northwestern School of Commerce changed hands. The buyer, local businessman Loren Jarvis, who at the time owned Jarvis Employment Services. At his employment agency, Loren had seen firsthand what a difference business education made for job seekers. Offering these services to graduates seemed like a natural fit and a way to grow both businesses. In 1970, the school's name was changed to Northwestern Business College, and programs were expanded to include 2-year associate degrees, collegiate athletics, using the Eagles as the mascot, and creative in-person recruiting, making high school visits and in-home visits a hallmark of admissions procedures even to this day. 1973 changed the trajectory of the school when Jarvis purchased land along North Cable Road, broke ground on what would become the 100 building today, and added a 48-week program in automotive mechanics, followed shortly by diesel mechanics. This new program added a technical center to the school, known then as NBC Tech, the third name in its history. Evening classes also expanded for adults in courses on steam engineering and real estate. In the years that followed, apartments were purchased and transitioned into dorms. Programs came and went based on the needs of the community and industry, and expansion continued. In 1987, another milestone, accreditation by the Higher Learning Commission, achieved after an exhaustive project spearheaded by Dr. Cheryl Mueller and Nancy Meyer, along with a team of faculty and administrators. It was like going from 0 to 100 miles per hour in the world of higher education. In 1990, with 1,200 students enrolled in 2 divisions, offering 13 associate degrees and 11 diplomas at the 40-acre campus, the board voted to once again change the name to reflect its new status, Northwestern College. Technology was advancing at a record pace. Classrooms with typewriters were being exchanged with computers, and increasingly those computers were connected to the internet. On the heels of the first web browser being launched, Northwestern started the College Without Walls, the early form of online learning. While the College Without Walls was expanding, so too was the College with Walls, new buildings, and additional land acquisitions. 1992 would become another turning point. Northwestern College became a not-for-profit organization, and it was the beginning of a first-of-its-kind-in-the-world program, high-performance motorsports. The high-performance field elevated Northwestern to a level unmatched in the industry. The College of Applied Technologies became widely respected as the best place in the country to learn all the nuts and bolts of cars, trucks, tractors, and now race cars. In 1999, Loren Jarvis took on a role as chancellor, and the Board of Trustees voted in Dr. Jeffrey Jarvis as the 3rd president of the college. That same year, HLC granted the college its first approval for 4-year bachelor degrees in business administration and accounting. With a record fall enrollment of 2,400 students, the best was yet to come. The turn of the century came with a new name, the University of Northwestern Ohio, and an ever-expanding footprint in Lima. Campus now encompassed 200 acres with 4 dorm communities and more than 20 buildings for student learning, recreation, and resources. The college even acquired a local dirt track, Lima Land Motorsports Park, a quarter-mile high-banked clay oval, the UNOH Event Center, and the Ohio State Beauty Academy. Student life was bustling, collegiate athletics, temporarily halted in the 80s, were relaunched with a new moniker, the Racers. The mascot, aptly named by students, Torque. 14 teams from basketball and volleyball to golf, tennis, bowling, baseball, softball, soccer, and a one-of-a-kind motorsports team where, just as in traditional sports, students earn scholarships to compete under the UNOH banner. In 2016, the women's soccer team brought home a national championship in only its 4th year of competition. Activities for students on campus expanded. Welcome Weeks became an annual event all students look forward to. Racers Station was built as a home base for much of these activities throughout the year. National branding efforts continued through expanded marketing, additional recruiting territories, social media outreach, all while UNOH built major affiliations with tracks around the country. Daytona International Speedway and the UNOH Fan Zone, along with Bristol and Charlotte Motor Speedways. Relationships with pillars in the industry elevated the UNOH reputation even more. Kenny Wallace, Richard Childress, Ty and Austin Dillon, John Force, and partnerships with juggernauts across all forms of business and technology. Monster Jam, Volvo and Mack Trucks, Crown Equipment Corporation, Mercy Health, and the list goes on. By the late teens, UNOH had compiled accolades from associations and organizations across the nation. 10-year accreditations from both HLC and ACBSP, NATEF, CAHEEM, PARA, Ohio Department of Higher Education, and more. Multiple surveys ranked UNOH as a top military-friendly school, most affordable private college in Ohio, best automotive school in the country, all recognizing UNOH as the gold standard for post-secondary education. Now home to more than 4,000 students from 50 states and 49 countries, with more than 50 degree programs of study offered in 5 different colleges, successful graduates are making an impact in industries around the world. UNOH has a true drive for excellence, and it is this drive that will propel Northwestern into the next chapter.
It is with great pride and honor that the University of Northwestern Ohio is celebrating 100 years of operation in the year 2020. UNOH has a rich and illustrious past, and our journey to the present day is nothing short of amazing. The interviews, stories, and photos you'll see throughout the year on campus and in the community reveal the growth and success that have made UNOH the true entrepreneurs of education. In my 46 years as an employee at the University of Northwestern Ohio, I have had the pleasure to work with some of the most passionate, dedicated, and loyal co-workers there are, who, under our tradition of strong presidential leadership, allowed UNOH to evolve from its humble beginning in 1920 into a global brand with graduates from all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and 69 countries. The University of Northwestern Ohio's history is a living archive. We continue to grow, plan, and progress to meet the needs of our students, our community, and the industries that we serve. I am honored to share the memories and moments that have made the University of Northwestern Ohio what it is today. I am proud to be an employee since 1975 and the president of UNOH since 1999, and I'm humbled to be a part of its past and its future. Finally, on a personal note, I want to thank God for His blessings on the university and the UNOH family. Without it, we would not be where we are today. Here's to the next century.